Hi guys, I wanted to come on here and talk about testing in general. So I know I've had a lot of queries about, do I review testing that you get from your doctors here in the group coaching? And I don't. For several reasons. One, it takes me, time and effort behind the scenes to look at the test, review the test. But the other kind of main reason is, even when I'm reviewing testing for one-to-one clients, or if you've bumped up, like paid a one-to-one fee for reviewing like the gut health test or the microbiome test, the MRT test, or the Dutch testing, is I actually get you to send in intake forms as well. And this is how I was trained, and this is how I like to do it, because we don't just take testing and look at it and go, okay, those are the results, this is what we're going to do. We actually take your health issues that you are talking about, that you are, saying these are an issue for me, and we actually combined it with the testing. So that's kind of the main reason I don't do it within the group coaching. It's just something I do for the one-to-one. But I want to talk about generally about testing and how I personally feel, and this is my personal feelings. And remember, anytime you are looking into doing testing, you need to ask yourself if this is the right test for me. Is this the right investment? Is this going to put my mind at ease, right? And do what's right for you. In my experience, other than testing for food intolerances, what your gut is actually doing, because you can't guess about gut microbiome and what you specifically need, what area functions in the gut are not working correctly, and testing for genetic issues that can't like be influenced at the moment by functional medicine. Okay, so even testing for high natural killer cells, and I'm just bringing this up because this is what was my answer. I needed that answer because I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. When people say I need to be tested for natural killer cells and want to use a functional and holistic approach, you don't actually need to invest your money into that, because the things that you're going to do are going to naturally reverse that issue in the first place. What you need to test for is what the underlying root cause of why you have natural killer cells in the first place, high natural killer cells. And the best test for that is a gut health test. The same for testing for hormones, right? So I know we're getting a lot of like hormone testing from our doctors, even thyroid tests. It gives us a snapshot in time of what your body's doing. And remember, that is of your past, not of your future. Okay, so yes, this information is important. It could be useful, but my job is to help you figure out why are your hormones messed up in the first place. We kind of already know they are, in a way, right? Like, and we already kind of know that there's a group coaching call with before she got her testing with her doctor, and she's a one-to-one client, just to let you know. The intake forms that she did for me, I pinpoint her thyroid. You're showing classic signs of thyroid dysfunction. So I don't even need to have tests to show me that you're doing that. And the test results came back normal in the Western medicine's eyes anyways. So we're highly unlikely going to get that medical support if desired, right? Because the doctor would be like, you're fine. And we know that's not the case. So the testing for those types of things, like I said, can be supportive, but they're not going to give me or you the answers that we're actually truly seeking, right? Your hormones are most likely off due to stress levels, gut health, and it's important to just focus in on those things. Now, when you do tests and you want to use medication, so say if like your progesterone is low, like this, I have been in the Facebook group for the Prove test, the one I recommend to test your LH, your progesterone. Now they're doing estrogen, FSH, and there's a lot of tests out there that are just as good. What those women were seeking was information to take to their doctor to get progesterone cream or inserts or whatever it is to support that luteal phase and move into the first trimester before the placenta takes over. Okay, which is fine. No judgment. That's what you want to do. That's what those test results are good for. When you're taking a holistic and a functional approach, you want to go, how can I improve those levels in the first place? Because obviously there's an underlying issue. And if I don't take care of it, what's that going to lead to in the future? And this is why secondary infertility is so on the rise, and even getting into our children's health, and why it's so poor is because our health is so poor in the first place. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to get pregnant. The crackhead on the street has told us that. So just remember that when you're getting this testing in, it can be supportive, useful, gives us little cues here and there, but it's really not the end all and be all to your progress. What I really encourage everyone to do is to really hyper focus on the things that you can control. And this is going to go back to surrender, following your intuition, getting that subconscious mind and that mindset in check so we can then do the physical things that we need to do with our diet, with our exercise, and with our stress levels. Okay. So those are the nitty gritty of why I don't review test results for like in the group coaching sessions or even within the community, and just some food for thought of moving forward in your journey when you are getting test results like this back from your doctors. Okay. Remember, snapshot in time of your past, not of your future. You're like lean into that intuition, and when you're moving through the course, just really connect with those things and stay strong and consistent in doing things that you can control. Okay, so I hope this helps. Big hug to everyone, and we'll speak soon.